I wanted to let my mom know that I love her very much. I know that she was going through a really tough time, and I know she is still going through a tough time. I forgave her a long time ago because God forgave me for all that I've done in my life, and she is always in my prayers and always will be.
Hello and welcome to Health Hope. My name is Joan Warner and I'll be your host. Today's show is on self-mutilation and suicide. There are many ways in which to mutilate your body. However, today's show is on cutting oneself with knives, blades, or objects. There is a trend among the youth that started in the 80s and is increasing now at an alarming rate. Studies show 13 to 24% of high school students engage in self-harm. Onset can occur in as young as 7 years old, but self-harm usually begins between the ages of 12 and 15. Estimates of self-harm vary widely from 3 to 38% of adolescents and young adults. If you would like to understand, gather information, or help others with this addiction, then this show will be of great benefit. Our guest today is Marky Silvers. He is an 18-year-old singer and overcomer. He has survived cutting and suicide attempts. We are grateful for his courage to tell his story and reach out to others in distress. Welcome, Marky.
Thank you for having me.
I am so sorry that you've been through so much at such a young age, and it just shouldn't be that way. But I'm glad you're turning it into a positive and reaching out to others. It takes a lot of courage to do that. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Could you give us a little background about maybe where you're from and a little bit about your family life?
Yeah, I'm from Owasso, Michigan.
Uh-huh.
It's a really small town in Michigan. I grew up with my mom, my dad, and my sister. And my mom and my dad always fought.
Oh.
And my mom would leave me and my sister alone for guys and drugs.
Did you feel like she was gone because you might have done something, or did you understand why she was gone?
Well, I was young, so I didn't really understand. All I knew is I thought my mom didn't love me, or
That maybe she was running away from you?
yeah, 'cause she left a lot.
Yeah, so it might be your fault. So you not only did you not have anybody there for you, you felt like it was your fault too. That's a lot to bear for a young person. I mean, nobody wants to feel that way around anybody, you know. So did you have anybody in your family to lean on? Did you have any aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents?
My grandparents, they were
did?
great.
So did you get to go to their house often, or did you
Yeah,
just call them on the phone?
I went over there as much as I could.
You did?
Yeah, whenever I could like leave and didn't have to have a parent's permission, I would just go over there every day.
Oh, that was good. So that was your saving grace.
Yeah, they cared a lot.
So what did you do over there? Did y'all play games, or did you?
She would always have me sing to her.
She did?
Just different songs. She'd say, "You're gonna be a singer when you get older."
Did she teach you these songs? Did y'all make them up together, or?
No, I used to write songs, silly songs all the time when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
They didn't really make any sense, but I just did it for fun.
It was practice for what you're doing now, isn't it? Yeah, you're writing
Yeah.
a lot of your songs now, aren't you?
Yep.
So she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Well, this is good. So when your mom was gone so much, did that affect their marriage?
Yeah, they ended up getting a divorce.
Okay. And how did your dad handle that?
Well, he didn't handle it good at all.
At all?
No, I mean, he just got depressed too.
Yeah, I would imagine. When he got depressed, did he use any substances to alter his mood?
He used to do drugs too.
He did?
My mom and him both did them.
Oh, okay. So then you really didn't have anybody there. So if you went to talk to him, he really wasn't there for you, even in the house, because he was self-medicating. Yeah. And how would you deal with those emotions? What would you do to deal with those emotions?
Well, um, at that time I was drinking and partying all the time and cutting myself.
So, so you were drinking and you were partying, and you were cutting yourself. These cuts, were they visible?
Uh, no one knew about them but me, but I used to cut on my lower shoulder.
Uh-huh. And when you would cut, would it relieve your feelings? I mean, did it make you feel better for a moment, or?
Uh, yeah, it kind of took some of the pain away. I did it for a lot of reasons. I took it out on myself. I felt useless, worthless, like I was no one and no one cared.
So you were punishing yourself?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So all these things were a diversionary tactic, right? It was just a diversion to because, I mean, who can deal with that kind of pain? I mean, that's horrible. I mean, everything you went through, that's just too much. I mean, even as an adult, I couldn't handle all that rejection as an adult all at once. I can't imagine. How old were you at the time?
When I was doing all this, I started drinking at 13, and then all the other drugs probably about maybe 15.
Yeah, see, that's just too young. That's just way too young. And again, I'm really sorry that you had to go through all this. But, you know, I mean, obviously you're a victim, and unfortunately your parents probably too were a victim, right? And that's probably how you deal with it, isn't it, now? The faked weed, where would you get these things? Is it legal? Is it not legal?
It was legal. They sold them in liquor stores, drug stores, and stuff like that. But I think it got banned a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
Because they found out people were smoking it when it said not for human consumption.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, what was it for? Oh, to burn it like an incense or something?
Yeah, it was like an incense.
Oh, okay. I think there was another name. Wasn't there another brand? Because we talked to somebody else once before, and he said it just made him out of control.
There was a whole bunch of brands. There's K2, LOL, OMG, so many different ones.
Really?
Same thing.
Yeah, he said it just made him just like totally out of control, and his heart would race, and he was just like hospital bound.
Yeah, you can't control yourself when you...
Right. So there's a lot of peer pressure with that too, because I'm sure a lot of your peers are doing that, and you get exposed to it, and it makes it even harder when you're trying to deal with your own emotions, right? Yeah. Did you have any side effects, like the following day?
Yeah. I actually woke up with a really, really bad headache. It felt like my brain was like bleeding, like I could feel it going down my head.
Oh.
It was horrible.
Well, I mean, you seem just like a picture of health now, you know. So you're going through all this stuff. Could you feel like any emotions, like about excitement, looking towards the future, happiness? Did you have any of those at all during this period, or did you just become numb or nothing, everything kind of blasé?
Yeah, nothing was really looking up for me.
Right,
so.
right. It's kind of like when someone gets like pretty sick, and they've been sick for 2 or 3 or 4 months, and there's just like nothing. Yeah, it's just, and so you're too young for that. I mean, when you're older, it's hard then. I just, like I said, I can't imagine you going through that, but I'm glad that you made it through, because now you're here to tell people how you got through it. So let's fast forward. You're over at your grandmother's, and that gives you a little relief, but aside from that, you don't have any relief. What about your education? Are you able to concentrate in school?
I was actually skipping school a lot, and that caused me to get truancy, which put on probation.
Right. Were you able to, while you were in school, were you able to concentrate, or you couldn't concentrate at all?
No. I used to see a counselor, and I got diagnosed with ADHD, like makes it harder to concentrate and stuff.
Right.
So they put me on like Adderall, and I didn't like it because it made me depressed.
Oh, really? So there's a side effect to that too? You're just getting no help at all, are you? All right, so your diet, it wasn't good. You're on medication, pharmaceuticals, you're on pills, you're cutting, you're huffing, you're doing all this stuff. Okay, does there come a point where you're getting ready to topple over? Is there anything that pushes you over the edge?
Yeah, when my grandma died.
Oh.
That's when I wanted to end it all.
So did that occur like right after your parents' divorce?
No. It was a couple of years, maybe.
So within a 2-year period, your rock, your fortress, your safe place.
Yeah, she passed away 3 years ago.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But she left you with something, didn't she? She left you with the gift of voice.
And she always wanted me to be a singer, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's proud.
Yeah, she's very proud. So when you found out that she had passed away, at that point, what happened?
I went to my bathroom and I got a razor out of a razor blade, and I just looked at myself in the mirror and I just slit my arm open and just sat there in the corner ready to let go.
Oh.
And my mom, like I said, she was in and out of the picture. She came home with some guy, I guess it was her boyfriend at the time. They rushed me to the hospital, and once I got to the hospital, they put me in a crazy room.
Oh. For very long?
Maybe 6 hours.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
they let you out at least a little bit sooner. And then what happened?
Same old, just partying all the time. I didn't cut again after that, though.
Well, that stopped that, didn't it? So then you did have something good happen out of it, right?
Yeah, 'cause I was about to give up, and then I realized how stupid that was, But I was still having problems.
Right. Well, it's one step at a time, right? I
Mhm.
mean, it just takes a while for us to get in that shape, and then
Yeah.
it takes us a while to get out of that, right? Right. So your father, how did he deal with this? I mean,
What, when I
yeah,
cut myself?
yeah. Did he come back around to try to help you out at all?
Well, my mom, she tried calling him to get him to come up to the hospital to see me, but he didn't have time.
Oh,
So it was horrible.
that's awful. I'm so sorry to hear this. Okay, so then let's go back to your grandmother. The types of songs that you were singing, were they songs that y'all made up together, or did you just make them up?
I just made
just
him
made 'em
up.
up,
I wrote a
okay.
song for her.
Do you remember what that song was?
No, not really. It kind of sucks.
Okay, but now something good has happened. Your life is getting ready to turn the corner. So was it like a few months or about a year or so, you get on Facebook, and what happens?
Maybe 6 months after that. I was on Facebook. I was just sitting on the bed on my laptop on Facebook, and this guy Gene messaged me saying, do I want to do some music in Nashville? I was like, yeah, because I've always had a passion for music.
And so you said yes, and so did he have to make arrangements to get you here?
Yeah, he got me a bus ticket.
Yeah. You got your bus ticket?
Yeah.
And so the court system was okay with this?
I had to go to court a couple of times, but they finally let me go.
All right.
They said it would be better for me.
Okay. And you seem a lot happier with that decision these days, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so when you get here, did you know what kind of songs you'd be singing?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be pop. And guess what it turned out to be?
What?
Christian music.
Was that your favorite?
No. I was like, what is this?
And so I think you're writing Christian music now, huh?
Yep.
So does he get a band together for you?
Yeah, he formed a band for me, and it went a whole different direction.
Oh, it did?
It turned out rock, like hardcore rock.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not my style.
All right. So Where would y'all go to play this music?
We went to a few shows. We actually did a show at Cornerstone Church. It was a pretty good turnout. I didn't really enjoy the songs, but hey, it was a show.
Well, sometimes you got to take a few left turns to get to the right turn, don't
Yeah.
you? All right, and so while you're doing this, are you telling people about your life? Are you telling people your life story?
I didn't share it that much back then, but once I went solo, that's when I started sharing it all the time.
Oh, I see. I see. And how was your lifestyle at that point?
When I went solo, I still was struggling with the drinking problem, but things were getting a little better.
They were getting better. Now, did Gene know that you were struggling at this point?
He didn't at first, and then I confessed to him that I still was struggling with drinking, and he didn't flip out on me. He just, yeah, he just said, "I'll keep you in my prayers."
So that was pretty positive, right?
Yeah,
And
most people would flip out on you. Say, "You ain't no Christian."
So because he remained calm, did that have an impression on you?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. And did you have a change of heart at this point? Did it come right away? Did it come later?
A little bit. Like when I sat down at the table and I wrote my first song, Brand New, that was me pleading to God that I just want to give everything up to Him and live for Him and not myself.
So that was a heartfelt prayer you wrote.
Yeah, He definitely gave me the lyrics.
And did you put this on the air? Did you put this on iTunes or Facebook?
Yep, we put it on Facebook, iTunes, Amazon, all that different stuff.
Did you get some hits on it?
Almost 200,000 views. It was crazy.
Do you know a few of the lyrics from that song?
Yeah, I'll read you the verse. I'm falling because of these battles I'm facing. Come save me. I'm running away from my problems. I can only hide for so long. I want to give my life to you, but I always fail. I get so close, but then I fall. I lift my hands up to you. I'll hand my life to you. Here I'll stand and here I'll stay. I need you now more than anything.
Well, I can certainly see why you got so many hits. There's many people who can relate to that. That goes across the board. So, did you get some response from other people who were in the same situation as you with the self-harm?
Yeah, a whole bunch.
Really?
They said our story is like the same thing.
Really?
It was crazy to see all the messages I got.
And were you able to witness to them at all, or
Yeah,
counsel with them?
I just tried to encourage them that God can change you if you let Him, and just you have to keep praying for Him to come help you.
Okay, so I know that you wrote this song,
Yeah.
and that was a heartfelt prayer. I know that Gene prayed with you. What did you do in addition to all that to move forward? What helped you overcome more and get closer to the Lord?
Praying, reading the Word, and just losing what?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, what were you going to say?
Okay, when you were reading the Bible, did you read like chapter after chapter after chapter, or did you break it down?
Just broke it down.
You broke it down, and how would you break it down?
Just read a line at a time.
So you were reading a line at a time. Would you read it over and over and over, or were you meditating on it? Were you repeating it? Were you speaking it out loud? How did you do this?
Well, I would read it over and over because it's hard for me to remember things after everything I've done.
Right.
So that's what I would do, just read it over and over.
So basically you were meditating on it. I mean, that's what we do when we're trying to make it sink in. We meditate on it. So I would imagine that would help anybody in any situation, but especially in a situation where, you know, your body's kind of messed up from, you know, drug usage or improper diet. I mean, I think that's key. What you did was key to overcoming and getting closer. What do you think? You think that was the key element?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Yeah. And then, how did you like, when Jean told you this and you were struggling, did you feel a little bit maybe maybe a little bit like a hypocrite, you know, because you were like, you know, going to churches and singing about these songs and ministering to people? And you knew that maybe your lifestyle was not, you know, correct. Did you feel a little hypocritical?
Yeah, not at first, but once I started like getting into it, yeah, I felt like a fake. I was like, why I can't lead people to Christ when I'm not even there yet.
But yet the Word still led people to Christ, didn't it? And that's how the Word is. So when this occurred and you were with Jean, all right, what else transpired to help you get closer and have a different mindset? Like y'all be riding around in the car together, going from place to place. What else transpired to help you with your walk?
K-Love.
K-Love, and would you like to tell us what K-Love is?
A Christian radio station.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a whole bunch of different encouraging songs.
So the words of those songs were ministering to you, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it was ministering to you, especially because you're a singer. You know, you're musically inclined, right?
Yeah.
And so music is incredibly powerful. I believe that you brought us a video, did you not?
Yep.
Okay, and what is this video about?
It's about my past, like suicide, cutting, drinking, me ripping all of that up and giving it all up to God, and coming forward to Jesus.
And what's the name of this video?
Brand New.
Brand New. We're going to take a look at it right now, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
I'm falling because of these battles I'm facing. Come save me. I'm running away from my problems. I can only hide for so long. I wanna give my life to you, but I always fail. I get so close, but then I fall. I lift my hands up to you. I'll hand my life to you. And here I'll stand, and here I'll stay. I need you now more than anything. I don't wanna be bound up. These chains are wearing me down. Come and set me free, and I wanna be brand new. I wanna live for you. I owe my life to you. If I am with you, I know I'll get you here out where I'm supposed to be. You created me, so why shouldn't I live for you? I lift my hands up to you. and won't look back. I'm not giving up, I'm not giving out. Here I'll stand, and here I'll stay. I love you more than anything.
That was a fabulous video.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that. Thank you for bringing it. And
Thank
thank you
you
for
for-
being on the show, too.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Will you come back?
Yeah,
Okay.
anytime.
All right. Do you have a website?
Yeah, MarkySilversMusic.com.
MarkySilversMusic.com. Can you spell it?
Yep. MarkySilversMusic.com.
It's hard to do it off the top of your head, isn't it?
Yeah, I had to think about it.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for coming back on.
Well,
And
thank you.
we'll see you the next time.
All right.
As usual, we have a website also. It's a Facebook page, actually. It's Facebook Health Hope TV. Thank you again for joining us today on Health Hope. We pray it brought you hope.